eager to receive the best education they can. Whether it's the prestigious pharmacy program, esteemed journalism school, or growing areas of study, Drake is constantly evolving and improving. Although the students consistently thrive here, there is always ways to enhance their experience.
What would you guys like to change about your classes at Drake?
I'd kind of like it if I actually knew some of the people in my classes better.
Yeah, and if we weren't in such a big lecture hall with a bunch of strangers, if it was in a smaller classroom with small people, it's more interactive, whereas in a big lecture hall with a little bit of people, it's kind of awkward. No one really wants to talk.
If I could change some of my classes at Drake, I would make them all discussion-based. A lot of mine already are, but the ones that aren't, I don't feel like I'm learning as much.
The one thing that I'd change about my classes would be I'd make my biggest lectures smaller so that I have a better interaction with the teacher.
What would you change about your classes here at Drake?
I think I'd change the level of interaction with my teachers just because I think that talking to them firsthand and examples and stuff really helps my learning, and yeah.
What would you change about your classes here at Drake?
I would make sure they have more group projects during class.
What would you change about your classes here at Drake?
I would have more group discussion in class.
A lot of the people that I guess interviewed for this project mostly said that they would want more interaction with the students or the teacher, or a smaller class size. And I think that in honors practicum you do get that smaller class size, as well as you get to know the students better because it's all about discussion and it's not just lecture based. So I think that honors practicum is doing a good job with the style of teaching and how it's set up, and maybe it should be considered in more of the other classes to help students' learning experience. If I were to change any of my classes here at Drake, I would make sure that they were as small as a lot of mine are and more discussion based, because I've noticed that in honors practicum, because we're able to connect it to our lives a lot more, especially in our writing, I'm able to retain a lot more than I do in other classes, which is nice, and I'm able to connect it to my life, so I'm not just learning the periodic table and then forgetting what it's all about. I also like in honors practicum that we don't necessarily get grades every week, so I'm not stressing about getting that A. I'm instead learning how to retain the information and how to really